Joining us now is Alan Keck, another Republican candidate for governor this year. Alan, thanks for being here.
Yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
The pride of Somerset, the mayor.
That's right. Yeah.
How do you think that will help you govern?
Well, it's been the honor of my life to get to lead and serve my hometown. And it's an executive job. It's a CEO job. And I've said, look, I deal with the exact same things as mayor that we'll deal with as governor.
Time out. Some music came in here from somewhere.
Gotcha.
That's okay. I can do the intro better anyway. We continue our interviews of gubernatorial candidates this year with Republican Alan Keck from Somerset. Alan, thanks for being here.
Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
You betcha. First, as mayor, how do you think that would help you as governor?
You know, I think it's a really unique experience. It's been the honor of my life to get to serve and lead my hometown. And I deal with so many things in Somerset that we'll deal with as governor. Infrastructure, economic development, public safety, tourism, dealing with the legislative body. I don't know of a better training ground than leading a community that's already in the state.
Now, recently there was a debate held.
Yeah.
So a bit contentious for some of the folks, but you were called the only adult in the room for your performance there. How'd that make you feel?
Well, good. I mean, look, I call myself a common sense, do something type candidate. I'm not interested in all the fray and all the ruckus. I'm just trying to get stuff done. Yeah. And I think Kentuckians are responding to that. They want somebody who's going to make their life better, not, talk about national platitudes.
You and other candidates support eliminating the state income tax. If that happens, how do you replace that revenue to the state? Well,
we've got to grow. I'm the only one with a full plan that's talking about that. We need 5 million people living here, not 4.5. We need a lot higher percentage of the folks that live here working here. And I'm also willing to have an honest conversation that eventually we're probably going to have to raise the sales tax. I think we need to be honest with the voters, but we're going to allow them to keep more of the money that they make, and they'll be taxed on how they choose to spend it.
Now, up to now, you've been kind of lagging behind 3 or 4 of the other candidates as far as popularity. Why do you think that is, and how do you fix it?
Well, they've been doing this a long time. Kelly's been in the political game for 20 plus years, Ryan over 10, Daniel 4 or 5, depending on how you look at it. And so they've got more establishment credentials, I guess. I'm the new kid on the block. And, we're picking up steam every day. We're getting new voters every day. I don't know if I have time to catch them, but our ideas matter, and the whole field's talking about the things that are important to us now.
You support child care incentives for families, working families. How would you implement those?
Well, I'd start by listening to the child care providers. What do they need from the state? How can we empower local governments to get involved? What I do know, though, is we don't want a 2 to 3 year wait list for people that are getting pregnant and wondering if they're going to have anywhere to send their kid. That's not going to be conducive to Kentucky's growth, and I think we need to do something about it.
By party, you're a Republican. How would you explain your personal ideologies?
Well, first, I'm a Christian. I'm a husband. I'm a father. Everything that I do is rooted in that foundation. But at the same time, I think I'm somebody that just really cares about people. And so the policies that I want to implement are going to help folks. And it's less about party and more about productivity and progress.
Now, prior to being mayor, what's your career background?
I'm a businessman. That's the other thing. I've been a CEO in my private life and a CEO in government. It's really unique in this field. We've got a lot of career politicians. My path, my journey's separate. I've signed the front of paychecks, and I've built teams in the private sector. Public service was just that for me. It was sacrifice. It was service. I took a pay cut to be the mayor. And that's okay. We've transformed Somerset. I want to do the same thing for Kentucky.
You seem passionate about this adventure. What makes you want to be governor so much?
Well, it's interesting you say that, and I appreciate you noticing my passion. I am. I care a lot about this, but I really don't necessarily care about being the governor. I want to do the job of governor. To me, this is a vehicle to put Kentucky on a path that we can start to reach our potential and our destiny. I'm sick of getting our butts kicked. Tennessee, Indiana, Ohio have been winning for a long time. I want Kentucky to start winning again.
Anything else you wanted to say?
Well, just that it's been a treat to be here. I love to get to communicate with the voters. I'm a transparent guy. I've answered over 1,200 questions. I've got the executive experience. We've got a vision. I would love for folks to go to keckforkentucky.com. Look at the vision that we launched on day 1. I can tell them where we want to take Kentucky and how we intend to do it.
All right. Thanks for the time.
Thanks a ton. Appreciate you having me.
You bet. Hey everybody, Birk here. Thanks for checking out our interviews with candidates running for Kentucky governor. Be sure to check out our full coverage of this year's primary in Kentucky at WBKO.com.